Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to this worship of the Goddess Durga in the Navaratri. Today we do the worship in the 6th day of the Navaratri, and we worship the Goddess Chandika, the goddess that killed Raktavirya, that demon that was torturing the humanity. So in this day, inside us, the goddess rise till the Vishuddhi Chakra and start destroying all the negativity in the Vishuddhi. And this is in fact a very quite complex chakra. You know, it has so many petals, 16 petals, and controls all our relationships. In the left side is the emotional side. We have, as part of the chakra, or very much connected, the Sri Lalita chakra in the left shoulder, that where is the center of our emotional power. And in the right side, in the right shoulder, we have another chakra which is very much connected with the Vishuddhi Chakra, is the Shri Chakra, where we have all our powers of action. So in this night of Navaratri, the goddess start purifying first our left navi and our Lalita Chakra. And here we have all, as we said, all our emotional centers. In the left side is the inner connection we have inside of our mind, our ideas, our understanding with our heart, where are our feelings, our emotions. So in us, normally there is like a relationship in between both, what we feel, what we think. There is like a relationship, and sometimes it is not really very well connected. That create in us the feeling of guilt, where we feel we are not good enough because we judge our own being, we judge ourselves. We don't accept what we are. This ego that is in us, that idea of what we think that we are, it has too many expectations about ourselves. And when there are so many expectations in our mind, it's like our heart is not integrated with that. Because we are what we are, not what our mind thinks we should be. And when there is a struggling in between, it creates inside that emotional center like a vacuum, where our awareness goes deep down in that emotional channel, creating feelings of sadness, depression, feelings that we are not good enough, we don't deserve, things like that. So it's actually a very, very important chakra. And here the goddess, actually the chakra is very much connected, as we say, with the ego, because everything is coming from that expectations of our ego, what we expect about ourselves. And the goddess has to first clear out that connection of that ego with that emotional side of us, where we judge us completely. And then when the goddess start purifying all that thing and clearing all that expectations we have, we start accepting how we are in fact. We are what we are. We have been made by the goddess. The goddess is that energy of God, that energy of love, the love of God. And that energy which is just pure blessings, a very strong desire that everything is blessed, everything and everyone. So that pure love, unlimited, unconditional love, has created us as at this stage of evolution. We are like the epitome of her creation. We are human beings. All our energy has been evolving, first has been evolving inside us, in that feeling that we are separate from the outside, all due to our ego. So our ego is that feeling that we are something separate, individuals. So as we start developing with that ego, it's like we develop inside one egg. Inside the egg, the embryo is developing and growing. In that is separated, we can say it, from the rest. So like that we have been growing in that shell of that egg that we are. So we have been growing inside ourselves. And due to that conflict of the ego, because the ego is based in something which is false. It's just one idea, but it's not truth, that idea, that we are separated from everyone. We are individuals. This is absolutely false. So, as all our experience as we grow in that shell is based on the ego, which is false, it creates so many conflicts in our energy system. And that is why we suffer. We suffer because there is conflicts in our energy, in our chakras, you can say. And the energy inside us, that Kundalini, which is also the reflection of the goddess, of the Adi Shakti, of that energy of love, or the energy of our heart, that love that is also is the essence of the heart. As it cannot flow freely in our system, in our chakras, that conflict in the flow of the energy creates all the sufferings in us, and we suffer. So when the goddess starts clearing first the ego, that connection of the ego with the relationship with ourselves, of our heart with our mind, spontaneously, when we understand that we have been made by that energy of love, and that energy of love is our own energy, our vital energy, the life inside us. When we understand that, at that moment there is a recognition of ourselves as that energy which is pure and beautiful. And that self-recognition, it is coming with that together, the acceptance of discovering how we are now. The ego, whatever is our ego, or whatever type of ego we have, we accept our body, whether it is more beautiful according to the standards of the society or less beautiful, it doesn't matter. We accept that. This is the gift given to us. We accept our situation in the world. We accept everything about ourselves. And when that acceptance based on that recognition of ourselves as one cell of that Divine Mother, that produce the feeling of joy inside. Joy which is born from our own emotional energy of this chakra, Lalita chakra and left Vishuddhi. That manifestation of the joy inside is the manifestation of the feminine power in us, the power of the goddess. That's why this chakra is very much connected to that relationship with the feminine power, with the woman, either in the three basic relations we have with them, with the woman or feminine power, which is the relationship as daughter, as wife, or as mother. As sister or as mother. Daughter, sister and mother. These three relationships are very pure. And that feeling of purity in that relationship, for example, the feeling of protecting the innocence of the daughter, protecting the daughter, or also protecting the sister, that is a pure relationship. There is nothing else that purity in that relationship. Or with the mother, to receive that protection of the feminine power of the mother. So that relationship with that energy, either if it is in ourselves, if we are ladies, or if it is through the feminine power in all the ladies of the world, that purity is the essence of that joy, because that is the power of that feminine, is the manifestation of the power of the feminine power in us. So that joy is the essence in us, in that chakra. And then we start feeling joy spontaneously with ourselves. Joy because ourselves, because we are that beautiful thing. So we don't need anything from outside for that joy. And that is what the goddess, when she purifies that chakra, start expressing. Instead of that feelings of we are not good enough, the feelings that we are beautiful, however we are actually. Our essence is beautiful. And then when the goddess starts clearing in the right side of the Vishuddhi, this is how that relationship are with all the people around. It's like the expression outside, how we relate with the other people. And in that, again, because of the ego, always, because this chakra is very much connected with the ego. Imagine the ego is in the neck chakra here, and it's just in between this chakra of the Agnya and the heart, the spiritual world and the world of the mind, which is just trying to take our awareness away from the reality of the heart. So always there is like a struggling in between. And the ego is the source of most of the, or almost all of the conflicts in that relationship. And as we said, in the right side of the chakra, how this energy that we are manifests outside, how we relate with other people. The goddess has to destroy first all the attention of the ego to judge other people according to that expectations the ego has. The ego has some expectations. People should be like this or like that. Like this is more beautiful. Like this is more nice, more cool, and this is not like that. All that kind of expectation, which has been just imprinted in us by the society where we live, by people with not a great, really moral values. That people who are controlling the media, where we receive all the advertisement, movies, etc., etc. The values proposed by these people are not great, really. It's not going well with our real essence, and it's creating conflicts in our awareness. So that role, that imprint of kind of expectations of how we should be, imprinted by these people actually. Consciously, they don't do just like consciously, this is done like that. And since we are children, we are being imprinted with that. Then when we relate with other people, we judge. Our ego judge the other people. And then we assume the role of that kind of judges of the others. And then when we are like that, we break the relationships. We are not good in creating beautiful relationships because there is no flow of heart when the ego has taken over. It's only the flow of the brain, of the mind, and creating these judgments against others. We cannot tolerate much also when something is not right, but the heart, in the opposite, is just the pure perception of the other person, not from that judgments. So when the goddess purify that, then the heart can express through that relationships. Instead of the mind, who has been the one who is taking over the control of our relations, is the heart, the one that manifests. It's always the purifying power, is the power of the goddess. The goddess is everything, as we said. She is every single atom in the universe. Inside every atom everything is the Goddess. So that energy is pure love, and that is the energy that can transform our energy, so that the heart, that is the reality of our being, can again occupy the place where it controls everything and guide all our life. So it's the Goddess who has to first remove that control in our relations of the ego, where we judge the people, we try to dominate, possess, or if we are in the our ego is very weak and is the superego who is controlling, we become very dominated by others. We are not strong enough, and we feel we are not good as others. So in any of the extremes, the mind has taken over, the ego or superego, and the Goddess has to remove that, all with her heart, purify, and let the spirit and the love occupy the space of that relations. And then we pour love on the others, we pour appreciation on others, we don't look at the faults of others, we look at the potentials the people has, because every person has something beautiful. Every single person, everyone is absolutely different, but everyone has gold inside, the gold of the spirit, of the divine love. But sometimes we don't know, and when we follow that standards that has been created by that entrepreneurs or people who are in control of the health of affairs, who are imprinting that kind of expectations of how we should be, when we follow that, what we create is like energy that is attacking the real self-esteem of the other people. Because the other people, as we don't appreciate them, how they are, naturally try to look the self-esteem in the appreciation of others, where you can never get it, the real one. So we become instruments of that negative, which is anti-evolution. The real evolution is to achieve the real truth. The real truth is that we are the energy in the heart, the living energy that never dies. We are complete, we are beautiful, we are the love of the Goddess, and we just need to allow her love, the love that we are, to pour on ourselves first in the left side, so we start appreciating ourselves, loving ourselves, achieving the real self-esteem of what we are, and then projecting also that to all our relations, all the people around, so we can help others too, so that they can recognize their beautiful being, which is as beautiful as ours, because there is only one. The same very being is you, me, and everyone.